As I've been covering Iowa, Nebraska, and Kansas over the last few weeks and looking out the windshield as I go down the road, we see all sorts of different field conditions right now, from snow covered in the north to wide open down here in the south. But as I look at these wide open fields, I'm noticing a number of different soil conditions that we're going to have to face when we get to planting here in another 45 to 60 days. As I look at a field like this, I see a lot of challenges that we have to face. And the good news is that there's some new tools that we're going to have in our arsenal this year that are going to help us address some challenges that we're going to see on fields exactly like this one right here. I'm Keith Byerly, Precision Ag Manager at Central Valley Ag, and this is your agronomy focus that corresponds with my article on the CVA blog site. So when I look at a field like this, one of the things I'm thinking about are the new smart firmers that Precision Planting is making right now. Now, I know immediately some of you folks are going to hear the word firmer and get immediately turned off. When we look at certain types of soil, seed firmers just don't work all that well. Or we look at guys that like to push the envelope and get out into fields while they're still a little too wet. We know that seed firmers can do more harm than they do good for our planting, spacing, and consistency out there. I don't want to push anybody into a decision that they're not comfortable with when it comes to the seed firmer attachments that we see out on the market today. So if you don't like seed firmers, don't think that you've got to jump into them to see technology like this. I think we'll see opportunities in the near future for things like I'm talking about today. But as we focus on these Precision Planting smart firmers, some of the things that are going to be really beneficial for us going forward are one of the pieces in there, the residue management piece. When I see a field like this, I see an opportunity to pin trash down in the furrow. Even when we have good residue managers working on the front of that planter and downforce and everything else is all in balance, we still have an opportunity to pin residue down in there if we don't quite have the right pressure on those trash whippers. Now, how do we manage that? Yeah, we know that it's going to change multiple times through the day with humidity and wind and everything like that, so we're just taking our best guess. One of the features of these smart firmers is that they can see trash and residue down in that trench, and it's going to alert you on your 2020 screen if we're seeing residue issues as we go through the field. That's going to be a huge benefit going into a season when we know we're going to be planting as fast and as hard as we can. One of the next benefits of those smart firmers is the moisture management piece that's on those. We all know that we want to plant seed into good soil moisture. We want to imbibe that seed one time so that it germinates and begins to grow and doesn't start and stop. It's that starting and stopping action that gives us inconsistency in plant emergence and takes yield away from us at the end of the season. One of the features with the smart firmer, that moisture management and that moisture sensing piece, lets us know that we're going into good moisture at the seeding depth we've got that planter set at, or if we're not, we can make a decision if we need to deepen that seed planting depth for the field. Those are gonna be pieces that save us time from digging. There is no substitute for digging, but we may not have to dig as often with the smart firmers. And then finally, there's the organic matter piece. Now, when we talk to our friends out on the Eastern Corn Belt side, that organic matter piece is something that they're going to be able to use while they're in the field for variable rate seeding. With our aspect and our climate and things like that, that may not be the best choice for us, but it's certainly worth the money to collect that data to use for variable rate nitrogen down the road. So my take home for today is simply this. If you've got that 2020 system out there with a Gen 2 display right now, I think it's a really good idea for you to talk to our ACS regional specialists about the possibility of getting some smart firmers on your planter for this season. It's great to have one on every row, but I think going into this year, starting with one every 20 feet is a great tool to let us have extra data and make better decisions while we're planting. At about $600 to put one on, we're looking at an insurance policy of about $1,800 out here that's gonna let us have a better peace of mind while we're planting to make good decisions and feel confident with what we're doing out there.